PES fans! Welcome to the 14th European Championships. It's time for Euro 2012. The 2012 European Championships are upon us. Poland will commence their European Championship odyssey only for the second time in their history. But this time it's with the honour of co-hosting the proceedings. The Eagles have participated in 2 World Cups since the turn of the millennium, burdened by the final hurdle of the group stage in every one of them. And it's been 8 years since Greece sent shockwaves across Europe. The stars were aligned nicely in Euro 2004, and they haven't matched that success ever since. It's been 4 years already. It's time for another festival of football. Euro 2012 is underway. There's a cross pinged into the area by Revolutionize. Here's Gekas, strikes the post, and Greece are the first team to brandish their fists. Riots squares it to Polanski. Over the top to Blaszczykowski, falls into the path of Lewandowski. An ambitious volley that surely would have erupted a euphoric start for the co-hosts. Robert Lewandowski suffering from red light syndrome. Perky's knocking it on to Vasilevsky. Bursts away from Zavelas. Into the area for Riots, he misses it. Diving towards the light with his eyes closed. And Brenishka awarded the unfortunate honour of the first yellow card of Euro 2012. Samaras waiting for his bust to turn up. Here's Karakudas. Well, the Greeks have an affinity for that right-hand post. They've struck it for the second time in 20 minutes. Here's Captain Blaszczykowski into the feet of Lewandowski. Here's Riots. And an anticlimactic finish. Lewandowski set to walk a line. Blaszczykowski's catching up. And it's a free catch for Chalkias. Polanski keen to get there before Socrates does. Cuts inside with a cross. Lewandowski with a free header. So close to spectators just waiting for permission for a Polish party. But the co-hosts keep delaying it. Samaras is skipping stones into the penalty area. Karagunas keeping the pressure alive. Here's Nines. Oh, there we go. The first goal of the European Championships is gifted to the visitors. It's been claimed by Sotiris Nines, the 22-year-old prodigy of Panathinaikos. Well, the Poles were just trudging into the half-time break until Giannis Maniatis sprays it into Sotiris Nines for the opener. Karagunas has slipped one into Gekas, and he can direct it on target. 30 seconds left of the first half. Samaras is almost certainly clean through. Nines is shut down by Pishek. Karagunas back into Nines. Karagunas, Samaras. Everybody's trying to have a go before the half-time whistle. Torresidis has a couple of feet to get in this ball. Gekas is there! And Greece has bookended the first half with a goal and opened a new chapter of the second with a second. It's looking good for the former European champions, but he sucked the wind out of the stadium. The co-hosts are devastated, 2 goals down. With barely any retaliation, Torresidis leaving it to the last possible second. The 11th hour to squeeze in the perfect ball for Gekas. Moraski's strike deflected by Socrates. Not quite a wicked deflection, more like a tepid deflection. Bonish down the line to Lewandowski. Trying to squeeze off enough space to cause some peril, and Moraski skies it. There's Nines, the goal scorer, surrounded by white shirts for Tunis. Pishek, oh, they made a mess of it for Tunis! Handed to him on a Polish plate. It's Kostas for Tunis, who has cut the game off for the co-hosts. There's no coming back from this now. Could this be a message to any of Greece's doubters that they're just here as participants? Mitroglou in the landing zone, knocks it down to Gekas. Well, that would have been something. Well, there's no such thing as a consolation goal in the group stage. Poland needs something to remedy that goal difference. They've all missed it. Lewandowski, and even he can't make amends. Here's Lukasz Pishek. Sobiech fires to the wrong side of the goal net. And Poland's christening as co-hosts of a European Championship tournament as it ended in defeat is Poland 0, Greece 3. And now Group A concludes with two teams who are all too familiar with the dizzying heights of the European Championships. Both teams are finalists, 96 and 88 respectively. Not to mention semi-finalists of the last two European Championships. It's Russia versus the Czech Republic. No need to adjust your TV set, this is football, not volleyball. Barros onto Pilar. Cleared away in agile fashion by Anyakov. Czech Republic piling the pressure on, Brazil. Drills one in and this time is tipped over by Malafeev. Yaroslav Placidov giving the Czech Republic the first taste of hope at Euro 2012. Barros unlucky from close range. First roll of the dice on the Euro 2004 top scorer Milan Barros. Rizicki floats one in. Anyakov deals with it. Denisov tries to play it out, gets as far as Hubnic. Plasil skips away past Borosevsky. Here is Yurishek. And it's annihilated near post by Malafeev. The odds are always stacked against you at the near post, but it's worth the gamble. Zergov turns Kadlic inside out. Whistles over the head of the captain Andrei Ashevin as he chases with Salase breathing on his neck. Shurikov trying to beg off a little bit of pressure off his back. Zergov is unlucky there. It's Thomas Rizicki, the whole Czech Republic team's feet lights up when he's in possession. And he's won a free kick. Anyakov may have dropped a £5 note on the floor for the Czechs to scoop up in his absence. Thomas Rizicki. Rizicki hits the wall. Corner kick to the Czechs. Plasil lines it up. Swung in. Hubnic beats everyone to it. But it's off target. Yurishek last hurrah. Loops it into the area for the Russians to deal with. And it's bounced inches wide by Barros. Played into Arshavin. And it's a team strike. Easy catch for Petr Cech. Well, that's a fancy way of doing it. Thomas Rizicki finds Plasil. Barros pulled away by Malafeev. Denisov keeping it moving to Shurikov. Shurikov from range and it just floats calmly into the palms of Cech. Into the mixer. Pilar has to react quickly. Good catch from Malafeev. Barros alone turns and takes him on the line. Barros too high. He's lacking the Midas touch he had in Portugal 8 years ago. 5 minutes left. Czech Republic piling all their chips on the table. Here's Yurishek. To Placio. Tucks it in. To Pekart. Thomas Pekart has aroused the anger in the Russians. They're surrounding the referee. Pleading for offside, but the Czech Republic has been given a goal. Is this offside? Malafeev was in flight or fight mode. He's in limbo. He's trying to process. How on earth? He's been allowed through and to score that goal. The Czechs have stolen it. They sit at top of the table alongside the team that knocked him out of 2004 with the silver goal. It's Russia 0, Czech Republic 1. All Denmark could do when the draw was made for Group B is just laugh at the prospect of fighting for their survival in the group of death alongside Germany, Portugal and tonight's opponents, the Netherlands. Van der Velde, not the most direct cross. Appelai knocks it down to Van Persie, who strikes it like a hammer. Can't argue with the power, but the accuracy is questionable. Van Persie completely unmarked. Here's De Jong into the feet of Appelai. It's a sluggish pass. But Van Persie makes it all worthwhile. Poulsen takes the bait. It's a free kick in dangerous space. Schneider. Oh, makes it look so easy. Great start for the Netherlands. Wesley Schneider. Holland's hero who led them to the final of the last World Cup is leading the Netherlands on a perfect start to their Euro campaign. Many will tell you that the closer a free kick is to the goal, the harder it is to bring it up and down in time, but Schneider has demonstrated that perfectly. Both Robin and Poulsen miss. Here comes the captain, Mark van Bommel, who strikes a wall on the way. Van Persie It's another bullet. They fly so quickly. Great save from Anderson. Probably lost a few fingers on the way. Jakobsen. That's it. Just lump it as deep as he can into that penalty area. Bentner connects as Stecklenburg shoos away Daniel Agger. And now the Dutch can counter. Here comes Robin. 3-on-2. Van Persie returns it back to Arjen Robben. He's all alone. Arjen Robben. The memories of his one-on-one with Casillas from the World Cup final comes back to haunt him. It's Robben. Makes amends for his missed moments earlier. And now the Dutch have a nice orange cushion. It was inevitably going to be a struggle for Denmark in this group. Just so happens that grave is being dug faster than expected for the champions of 1992. A lead like this will do wonders for the Netherlands' confidence as they look forward to Germany. In the next game, and the complacency almost cost them there, as Eriksson and Karlenberg were a bit hasty in their newfound possession. Here's Van Persie, calm and collected as usual. Here's Van Bommel, he fancies a shot. Too soft for Anderson. Helped back into the penalty area. Here's Bentner, tries to knock it on. Stecklenburg punches. Poulsen. One last hurrah from Poulsen. Bentner forces Stecklenburg to stretch. And that was a very tricky save for Mark Stecklenburg. Here's Lord Bentner. Look at the power generated from that bicycle kick. He's back towards goal. Nothing else to say other than it was a gamble. Zumling returns it straight back to Bentner. Almost a wild deflection. Hits Williams on the way through. Grondelli is snuck in behind. Cuts it back to Bentner. Brilliant save. Silberbauer tries to follow up. And there's chaos in the Dutch penalty area. Stecklenburg deserves as much credit for keeping the Dutch 2 goals up. There's a rare chance for the Netherlands. They've been quiet in the second half. It's fell to Schneider with an open goal. Here comes the Danes with 15 minutes left on the clock. Eriksson, Zumling. Well, Zumling has zoomed one past Stecklenburg's livelihood. An unforgiving amount of power. Denmark going all in for a valuable goal. Zumling, great run. For the midfielder, Bentner. And now the Danes have pulled one back. Game on with 10 minutes left of uncertainty. The Netherlands have run out of answers in the second half, and it's all been on the Great Danes and their efforts to defy the dismissal of the group of death. Essential run from Zumling and a pivotal pass to Nicholas Bentner. Van der Velde to Van Persie, lets it fly, and he still can't get these strikes down. Probably hear a few sound bites about the shape of the ball being to blame for these rising shots in the post-match interview. Well, it was a heart-stopping final 10 minutes for Holland, but they've held on. It's the Netherlands 2, Denmark 1. It's the first marquee match of Euro 2012. Germany versus Portugal, 2 of the heavy favourites in this competition, head-to-head. For the first time since Portugal's 5-goal thriller of an exit at the hands of Deutschland in Euro 2008. Both teams were the runners-up at the last 2 European Championships. Both teams failing as the result of a single goal. Nani got to be quick in possession, back to goal. Ronaldo flicks it at Neuer, he brushes it aside. It was a reactionary stab at the ball by CR7. Jean Martinez with the first corner of the game. Bruno Alves belts it at Neuer. A thundering header, good save. Ronaldo is brought down, and now we are in Cristiano country. Free kick to Portugal. Ronaldo striking the signature pose as he runs up. Tipped over by Neuer. Podolski stalling João Pereira as he waits for support from Philipp Lahm. It's back to Lucas Podolski. Gets the ball in, Gomez knocks it on, and Müller finalises the assist from Mario Gomez. Great goal for the Germans to start Euro 2012. It's the cheeky Thomas Müller, one of the 4 top scorers of the World Cup 2010. Almost certainly always reliable for Die Mannschaft. Mario Gomez helps this on like a volleyball, and Thomas Müller smashes it into the earth for the first point of the game. 1-0 to Germany. Veloso just allows that to hit him on the back of the head, but Özil Going to pick up the scraps. Podolski opens fire. Podolski has power. Just the accuracy is the missing link. Ronaldo running out of ground. Just about squeezes across it and misses Postiga. And Podolski throws himself to the floor. Is that a dive? Martinho plays it on to Ronaldo. The 1-2 is complete. Martinho flips it through to Postiga. He's gone round the keeper. And an orthodox save as Manuel Neuer forgets he's allowed to use his hands. That's a deep ball into Ronaldo. Knocks it down into the oncoming Postiga. Valuable block by Bartek. It's Martinho to Veloso. Looks like the 1-2 got interrupted. Veloso goes down and now we have a return ticket to Cristiano country. We forced Neuer into action with the first free kick. Let's see how he does here. And it's been rebounded. Bruno Alves. It was so fast the camera couldn't keep up. Lahm cuts inside. Now he gets the cross in. Muller off the crossbar. A couple of cranial goals denied by the crossbar for Thomas Muller. 10 minutes left of the first half. It's been end-to-end stuck between Portugal and Germany. Ronaldo normally has the Midas touch from range, but it let him down there. Lahm trying to keep up with Nani. He's found Ronaldo. Germany's corner. Soaked up by Alves at the near post. Muller on the volley. No time wasted getting that ball in from Quentrao as Hella Postiga. Not his finest glancing header. Morelos first time ball in. Postiga. Well, chance after chance for the veteran Helder Postiga. The stars aren't aligned for him. Martinho pumps it forward to Ronaldo. Look at Postiga. Just about sprung the offside on Hummels. Oh, and it's bounced wide. Germany saved by the shin of Neuer. 1 hour played here as Portugal are peppering Germany's bunker with bullets. Pereira. Wow, he slipped it into Postiga. Balls it back to Ronaldo. Here we go. 1-1. Cristiano Ronaldo scores his third consecutive European Championship. Portugal's persistence pays off. The scoreline is reset. Take a look at this through pass from Pereira. Threads it through the eye of the needle towards Helder Postiga, who selflessly plays it into no man's land for Ronaldo. Quentrao's leapfrogged the flanks into Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo has turned the game on his head. 2 goals for lucky number 7. And that crossbar might be coming back to haunt Thomas Muller. Portugal has kept on coming since going a goal down in the opening minutes of the game. Now the modus operandi of the Germans has changed. That's it. Time is ticking away for Germany. Here's Toni Kroos. Watching the line of Miroslav closer, it seems closer. And the near post. And it's swept away before anybody in a white shirt can sink their teeth into it. Postiga helps it onto Ronaldo for the final nail in the coffin. The Seleção has gained payback for Euro 2008. It's Germany 1, Portugal 2. It's now time for Group C, the group of the champions. Italy, former world champions. Spain, the current world champions, but most importantly, the current European champions. Before 2010, Spain's reputation preceded them. But now there's an expectation worth the weight of the world as they take on Italy in a dress rehearsal for the real Euro 2012 final. David Silva showcasing some social distancing from Pirlo. Andreas Iniesta slipped in behind out of nowhere. And Spain have a rapid-fire start against the Italians. The irresistible Andreas Iniesta walking through that Italian wall like a ghost to spook Gianluigi Buffon. 2 of the world's best goalkeepers head-to-head, but Buffon falls first. Jordi Alba well aware of the pace that Bartek is capable of, keeping him in check, but he whips one in and it's found to Balotelli. Casillas couldn't hold any longer. The bad boy of Milan, Mario Balotelli, has cancelled out the debt as soon as it falls. On the Italians, 1-1 in 6 minutes. Casillas failing to trap the ball like an energetic mouse. Iniesta into the centre to Sergio Ramos, taken out. And here's Leonardo Bonucci, yellow card for the centre half. Well, the ball seemed to travel in bullet time, plenty of time for Buffon to react. Barzoletti has released Balotelli, shrugging off competition for Raiola. Balotelli straight into the face of Casillas, blocked by the hands. Cassano tucking it into Thiago Motta. Motta just about whistles wide. Football is being played on the ground with the feet tonight between Italy and Spain. Silva to Xavi, nothing flash about it, and he takes it back. Directly into Motta from Pirlo. Ramos takes the bait. That was a bullet from Thiago Motta. Here's old traitor's face, Antonio Cassano. He goes down. Free kick to Italy. This kind of range can be a present for Pirlo. Hits the wall, but Andrea Pirlo follows up. Excellent reflexes from Casillas. And now Spain can break with Torres. Blue shirts are back in time. Silva slips in behind. David Silva has gone from provider to perpetrator. Spain back in front. European champions are in the lead against the former world champions Italy. 30 minutes played. And it all starts with Xavi. Precision over panic. Silva narrowly defeating Buffon. Whereas 5 minutes ago until half-time, Spain are looking pretty comfortable. Torres, driven past the Silva. He's in the mood to have a go. He thinks to himself, what's the worst that can happen? To quote Prompto from Final Fantasy, oh hi there, opening. Jim Morrison ringing through the ears of Di Natale as he breaks on through the other side, but he's shut down at the near post. David Silva runs onto it, spots the eagerness of Fernando Torres, and is palmed away. Italy are trailing and there's 15 minutes left. Here's Di Natale. There's Balotelli to the right, goes for it alone. Giovinco to take the corner. Time is of the essence. Balotelli! Well, he's earned himself with these glasses of fine Italian red wine. Twice today he saved his team from the brink of defeat. Mario Balotelli has started Euro 2012 far better than he did in the real counterpart. Some complacent covering at the near post from Spain. Torres passing like he's wearing an eye patch. That missed Iniesta. Nabate has stolen it. Down the line to Di Natale. It's up to him to create something worthwhile with this. Cuts inside over. Di Natale goes down. Victory points to the white dot in the ground. And now the ball is well and truly, perhaps literally, in Italy's court. With 10 minutes left to play against the European champions, the Azzurri have a penalty. Antonio Di Natale scores! He won the penalty, scored the penalty, and perhaps won the game for Italy. A super sub in every sense of the word. The European champions were in control for 3/4 of the game. But that's irrelevant. It's a game of 90 minutes. And Italy have turned it around in the final 10. Spain behind for the first time. Xavi to Iniesta. No movement from his options in front of him, but there's another free kick. Xavi is over the wall again, and this time, too much time on Buffon's hands. Italy had the bragging rights over the European champions. 3 goals, 3 points for the Azzurri. It's Spain 2, Italy 3. Ireland back in international competition for the first time since the controversy of Keane in 2002's World Cup. Well, it's their first European Championship since 1988. They face a regular combatant at the competition in the form of Croatia. Great resiliency shown by Stranic against Duff. This drops a Modric on the volley. Oh, that was dipping salaciously. An incredible spin on it. Courtesy of Luka Modric. Robbie Keane, Kevin Doyle. Can he just overlap for Luka Knight? Held off enough, but he makes Platacosta work. Kevin Doyle's body was too contorted, but he's done well to squeeze the strike off. Duff crosses it in first time. Kevin Doyle couldn't bring it down. McGeady with a 1-2 to Ward. Doyle stopping and starting from Damien Duff. Robbie Keane finds the wrong side of the goal net. Glenn Whelan to take the free kick. It's knocked down to Keane. Why didn't you just use your feet? It was on a plate for the Irishman. A volley would suffice. Schigenfeld dispossesses Keane like taking candy from a baby. And Mario Mandzukic has gifted Modric an opening. Mandzukic perhaps pulled the trigger too early. In hindsight, there's a couple more yards in this run. Swung in by Sonar. Yes! It's Schigenfeld! Croatia had the lead just before the hour mark. It's the centre-back Gordon Schigenfeld who's put the first notch on Slaven Bilic's Euro 2012 bedpost. Brilliant lead from the defender. Kevin Doyle wisely releases to Damien Duff. Damien Duff skids just wide on the right-hand post. Last foul in an arousing position for Vukiewicz. The shot was rising like the rush of blood to Vukiewicz's head. Whelan pings it down the line to John O'Shea. It's in for the first time and Kevin Doyle bundles it in on the volley at the far post. Brilliant conversion and Ireland are back in the game at Euro 2012. Quality conversion by Kevin. Credit to the pass from Glenn Whelan. And the instinctive cross from John O'Shea. Cross everybody out. Last roll of the dice for Ireland. Stephen Hunt webs the light ball into McCann. That was a gift. An opportunity for the Irish to steal it. Just over a minute left to play. Eduardo was broken away from Richard Dunn. He can't keep up. Eduardo! Inaccurate. Both teams with match-winning opportunities either side, and neither of them can back it up. Well, it could be worse for Ireland on their return to the European Championships. Croatia couldn't hold their nerves, so they share the spoils. It's Ireland 1, Croatia 1. And now Group D kicks off, with two teams keen to put an embarrassing World Cup 2010 behind them. Both sides have fresh managers, some fresh faces. It's a fresh start for France and England. Here is Benzema to Frank Ribery. Now he squeezes in the cross, but it's ineffective. Swept away by John Terry. Diarra before Ashley Young could get any ideas, and Benzema! Little Coco clocks in with a goal in less than 5 minutes. England have barely had a sniff of the ball. England's heads have been spinning by the French. Benzema tucking it in behind Jurion Escott as he turns his back. England are trying to get comfortable and France have come here to play football. Here's Menez to Benzema. Ribery spots the run of Benzema, going for a second. France are fast and furious. They'll be rolling leisurely down the hill if that goes in. Long pass on Abel Rami. And John Terry's misjudged it. It's Samson Nasri. Johnson spearheading an attack for England for the first time tonight. Corner kick. Steven Gerrard, the New England captain to take. Gerrard brings it in. Terry is there in the near post. He's converted and we're back to square one. England score against France. And how many times has he done that for his club? John Terry usually indispensable with a head, but this time it's on the volley from a corner kick of all things. Milner waiting for assistance from Glenn Johnson. There's Nally ball in, and Danny Welbeck couldn't jump high enough, or early enough for that matter. France trying to play this out. Gerrard beats out the Diarra, and Ashley Young is trying to surprise Hugo Lloris. And now the Lions displaying a little bit of confidence. Nasri drops the bath bomb from Frank Ribery. Couldn't adjust in time for the volley. Very fortunate for Joe Hart. Here comes France, hungry to regain their position before half-time. Benzema lays it off for Nasri, and it's a comfortable catch. A cushioned save from Joe Hart. Scouts his Manchester City teammate very well there. Nice footwork from Menez to offset Ashley Cole. It's knocked on to Nasri on the volley. Nasri and inaccuracy going hand in hand here in Poland. Launched into the penalty area by Frank Ribery. It's dropped to Menez on the volley. Into the bread basket of Joe Hart. Here comes Kabaye at the hour mark. France falling into a rhythm here. And there's no penalty. In fact, Menez is offside. 1 minute remaining, and it's not a bad result. England have been defending with their lives. But they can secure a point. Unless Martin has anything to do with it. Martin lips it in. Ribery off the bar. Oh, and it's gone in. France have stolen it. And it's not even come from their hand. It's from John Terry. Equalises for England and concedes for them. All with the same foot. Shades of Euro 2004, losing to France at the last minute. Under similar calamitous circumstances, it comes off the heel of Joe Hart, and John Terry couldn't clear it in time. It's a horror show that the tabloids are going to eat up back home. France 2, England 1. And last but not least, the second co-hosts kick off their campaign, their proudest moment in their country's history, hosting the European Championships. Here in Kiev, amongst an eye-catching sea of yellow, two of Europe's greatest strikers head-to-head, Shevchenko and Ibrahimovic. The cross whistling past Konoplyanka's head, Shevchenko back into the mixer, Konoplyanka makes amends. And the redeeming cross, courtesy of Andrei Shevchenko. The co-hosts have done what their co-hosts can't. Ukraine have scored, Poland didn't. And we're off to a flying start in this festival of football here in Kiev. Konoplyanka beats Isaksen's open arms to the ball. Nazarenko, that's a perfect touch to set up for the perfect strike. Brilliant catch from Isaksen. Ibrahimovic knocks it into Rosenborg, and he's inaccurate. With the statue of Zlatan, probably should be the other way round. Rosenborg should be the provider. Olsen plays it centrally to Rosenborg, and Ibrahimovic is forced Andrei Piatov to keep on his toes. Textbook save. Shevchenko wants none of it, gives it to Konoplyanka. It's accurate, not enough pace. Olsen with a deep ball into Ibrahimovic. It's been sliced by everyone, and it's fallen to Elm. Heroic block. Zlatan holding it up. Rosenborg does his job, except for the strike. Ball in from Olsen. Cleared away, and it's fell to Larsen. Can't knock a guy for trying the volley. Here's Toivonen, the substitute. Into the middle to Rosenborg. Rosenborg surely would have won with Piatov. He doesn't back down, but backs it up. Lustig now to follow up. And now we have a goal kick. Yamalenko, up wide to Gussev. Konoplyanka on the volley. Surely Ukraine would have won it. That opening was a gift. Well, Ibrahimovic fancies himself as a bit of a set-piece specialist. Whoa, off the crossbar. We're in sink or swim territory now for Sweden. Knocks it onto Ibrahimovic. Rosenborg confirms. That's a brilliant pass from the master. Rosenborg will take the credit though. Sweden have rescued a point against the co-hosts. Ukraine denied a fairy tale start in their backyard. And Marcus Rosenberg was on a first-class flight to Scrutiny City for all the chances he missed, but he's made amends. Well, it was a dream start for the co-host Ukraine, but the match has been bookended by a late equaliser by Sweden. It's Ukraine 1, Sweden 1. An exciting, eventful first round of matches in Euro 2012. The former European champions top Group A, whilst Netherlands and Portugal survived the group of death for 1 week. Incredibly, the European champion Spain are bottom of Group C, and typical tournament mockery for England, bottom of Group D. Early days in the tournament, but 2 players have got their braces. Cristiano Ronaldo and Mario Balotelli with 2 goals apiece. So I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed in recent weeks. Your passion for PES makes this possible. So let me know your thoughts on this trip down memory lane. Your memories of PES 2012, does it hold up? And of course our tradition, your best player, best goal and best match of match day 1 of Euro 2012.